What's up, guys? Ryan Bresnan here with the talking point again. What are we going to discuss today? We're going to talk about making a decision. It's time to wake up, knock, knock, make a decision. I'm sure we've all heard this at times in our life, like, come on, man, make a decision. It's a very common thing, and there's a lot of words, a lot of sayings that come with this. I mean, we've probably all heard paralysis through analysis. Okay, you're just, what's that? You either fight, flight, or you just stay still, don't move, freeze, fight, or freeze. There it is. We don't do anything. So there's a lot of points in our life where we all know how important it is to make a decision. And we're going to talk about really what making a decision actually means, what the word means, the roots of the word, which I think is very interesting. Then we're going to be talking about how it can be helpful. And I'm going to share some personal experiences of how I've used what we're talking about in my own life and how making decisions are actually very important to any kind of success you want to have. So I'll start out with a question. So think about a time, when was the last time you remember where everything in your life was just going smooth and you found it very easy to move into the next thing? So let's say I have a to-do list of 10 things. Think about a time that you might have lived or might have experienced where you did one thing, then you went on to the next. Then you did that, then you went on to the next. And you just made decisions throughout the whole day, and you actually achieved your whole list. I mean, think about how good that can feel. Trust me, I know how much times, at least I've done it. I've created a to-do list, and then I get 3 things done. And they probably are really good 3 things that I got done. But I spent a majority or a big portion of the day not making decisions, being paralyzed through just analyzing too much, paralysis through analysis. I've been thinking, or I've been, whether it's like social media, or just being distracted and not making a decision of making something happen. So really think about a time where you were making something happen. How did that feel? How, I guess, clear, how direct, how strong, how approachable did you feel to get to your goals or to get to the end of that to-do list? That's really how I want us to feel, and that's really how you can feel if you master the art of making a decision. So, number one, what are the roots of decision? What does it mean? Well, I don't remember if it's like Latin or anything. Like, we're not going to go like in the history book or anything, but I do know that decision is the opposite of an incision. So, what is an incision? Okay, that's something in surgery where we're cutting something, we're cutting into something, we're incising. They might make an incision if they need to insert something or get something out of your skin. Well, decision is the opposite. Instead of cutting in, you're cutting out. So what does that mean? Whenever I make a decision to do something, if I make a decision that I'm going to walk a lap outside because I said physical fitness was going to be one of my goals that I was going to complete and reach, well, I'm cutting out any other relative opportunity, any other outcome, any other instance where I do not do that. Because if I make a decision to go walk, I'm cutting out every other thing and I'm going to go walk no matter what. I'm going to make it happen. So you can say, yeah, oh, this is motivational speaking. No, this is real life. A decision is actually saying, hey, I don't care. As soon as I start the walk, I get a call from my girlfriend, or I get a call that's like, or a funny video pops up on my phone, something that may be looked at as a distraction or something that's entertaining, or I get the thought, oh, I want to eat this instead. No, you made a decision. You cut out any other instance, any other opportunity to happen, and you're going to go for that walk. You're going to do what you said you were going to do. Simple idea, simple example right there. But the more decisions you make, the better you get at it, and the more you practice it, the more implemented it becomes in your life, the more powerful it gets. So if I'm able to make a decision, and I know that no matter what happens once I walk out that door, I'm going to go for a walk on that lap because physical fitness is important to me and I want to breathe and be outside and get sunlight, I'm going to make it happen. And not only did I make that happen, okay, now I have the momentum. Now I can move forward. I know that I have the power of decision on my side. What other decision can I make through my day? I'm going to, think of a goal you may have, whether it's financial or fitness or nutrition or spiritual, emotional, the list can go on. Think of one goal in one area of your life that you may feel you need to improve on, and think of one to do that you may have had for a while, or one action step that you can think of. So I'll come up with an example. Let's say then I want to go into finances. So okay, I've been wanting to do a budget for a while, but I haven't because it's a lot of work and it's just like, it's not easy to think about. I don't want to see what I've been spending. I've been going out to bars, whatever it is. Well, you went for your walk. Let's say you did something that was extremely simple, but you made a decision, and now you have that momentum. Now you make a decision. You go in. This is where the power comes in. You go in. You go to your computer. Okay, now I'm going to budget. You know what? I haven't started it. I've done zilch. I've done zero. I'm going to make a decision just to create a document. Just to create a document. Or a sheet, whatever, an Excel sheet. You make your Excel sheet. You label it budget. You get it ready to budget, and you say, I'm going to budget. Most of the time, you've already started, you've already gotten momentum, you've already passed the threshold of resistance. You're going to continue to make that budget. You might even get the whole thing done at once. It's kind of like the saying between the first step on the journey is the hardest, or the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. Just like I tell my clients whenever I train them, the hardest part is just showing up. Once you're there, you're past all the bullshit you're coming up with in your mind. You're past all the resistance. Now you can actually make it happen because you're there. So now that you're on the budget sheet, hey, you got it created. You could close the laptop and you already won because you took a step forward and you got closer to your goal. But like I said, most of the time you're going to get a little bit more than that. So that is really the power of a decision, is to cut through all the cobwebs, all the noise, all the external that we create for ourselves, or that's created for us and pushed on us, and TV, newspapers, your phone buzzing every 5 seconds, someone texting you. Now we have the power to get to clear focus, to get to where we know we want to go. That is powerful. That is what people will pay millions for. This is something I have been practicing and still am practicing. So this is the sheer importance and the willpower and the actual propelness and the power I get from decision that can happen in your life. So that's the origins of it, and then how we can use it in our life. It sounds very simple, but a lot of people, and like I said, me included for the majority of my life, have not mastered the power of decision making. So now that we have it at our fingertips to use it, I want to discuss how I've used it, how I've gone from not using it to now using it to my advantage. So almost similar to that example, I'll take something, especially at the beginning of a day, something that is extremely easy. I'll give an example for now today. So I obviously work out. I enjoy helping myself feel good physically, and I like eating healthy. But I have the mindset where you can always have constant improvement, right? So, okay, I go, where can I improve in my physical life? Where do I feel I need to improve? I journal about it. I ask myself, I came up with the idea, okay, I want to start running. I want to start getting more oxygen in my body, especially early in the day. I love waking up and moving right away, because I was waking up and reading a book right away, which was awesome. But it's like you wake up and then you're just sitting again, and you are learning, but I want my body to be ready. I want my body to be primed first, and that's just a personal example. So how do I do that? How do I make a decision on that? Do I say, what I've done in the past and what a lot of people do I say, okay, I want to run. You know what? No, a mile's too short. That's too easy. I won't do anything. Oh, the science shows that if I do a mile, this is where I've run in trouble. Oh, the science shows this. No. Make a decision, make it easy, and do it. Worry about the thoughts, worry about the science later, because it's going to come. The resistance is going to come no matter what. Don't give yourself reasons to cut out. So I went, you know what? The lap around my neighborhood is like half a mile. I'm just going to run a lap. Because to me, it's relative to everybody, but to me, half a mile is not much at all. I used to run track. I used to jog a little bit. I've gone, like my average would be like a 3-mile run. That's doable, but sometimes I talk myself out of it. There's no way I can talk myself out of it, because I know it's extremely doable and it's a small step. Relative to you, what small steps can you take? What small steps can you make a decision on to actually achieve and get that momentum rolling? So I jog in the morning, I do an easy lap, and like I said, once you do an easy lap, most of the time you're already in it, so you go. So yesterday I jogged the lap, and I kept going a little bit farther, and I was like, you know what, like I'm not just adding like a fourth or more mile. Like this is gonna be like 0.75 miles. Like come on, man, let's go. And you already feel good, you're doing it. So I did it, and then I did the same thing today. I added on that same extra half mile or same quarter mile. So the point is, if I sat down, let's say, and I was writing about this, or I was thinking about it, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to run all the way, I'm going to do that extra half mile, and then I'm going to do this, how much more likely do you think that I actually would have done it? There's a difference between dreaming it, thinking about it, visualizing it, feeling it, those are all great, but there's a difference between having it up here and having it in reality, experiencing it and doing it. And that is the true power of decision. Us being able to implement it in our lives in such small steps that there's no way we can't do it. There's no way we're just going to think about it, but there is a way, and there is a decision cutting out any other possibility and making it happen. So I wanted to discuss this, talk about how it has worked in my life, the interesting origins of the word, and the power of what it can bring to your life. So if you guys are watching this, you're already interested in it. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Hit me up on email or text or social media. Tell me what you think. The power of decision. I will talk to you guys next time.